Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church. I'm here today to start a brand new week. And this week, I just want to share some various scriptures that I think have some applications to our lives. I'm going to start with chapter 16 of 1 Corinthians. And I want to read two verses here, 13 and 14. Paul writes to the church at Corinth, and he says, "Be on guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous, be strong, and do everything with love." Paul is trying to help this early church figure out how to live out their lives in faith. Now, the Old Testament Jews had lots of rules, 700 and some, I think. And the rules kind of told them just about everything they needed to do to be all right with God. Well, when Jesus comes along, he doesn't do away with the law, but as he says it, he fulfills the law. And he doesn't leave the disciples with a lot of rules. Now, over the years, over the centuries, the church has made lots of rules. And I got to tell you, some of them are doozies. And over time, some of them have totally changed. I don't know what your experience in the church is. For me, I've never been in a church that was overly legalistic, but I know a lot of people who have been. And believe me, they have lots of rules. And I guess they like it. I mean, why would they stay there if they didn't? And some people want to be told what to do, and that's it. And if that's who you are, well, you probably won't get much out of my devotional today, because that's not what Paul says. He says, be on guard and stand firm in the faith. Now, what he's saying here is that life as a follower of Jesus is not easy. Let me say that again. If you call yourself a Christian, then following Jesus in your daily life is not going to be easy and simple. And for those people who seem to think that being a Christian is for wimps, they've never tried being a Christian, because it's the exact opposite. So he says, be on guard and stand firm in the faith. Be on guard for what? Well, things that will challenge your faith. Now, I don't know about you, but I have things that challenge my faith all the time. I have people who challenge what I say on a regular basis. Now, most of them are kind and gracious about it. Others aren't. I've been jumped on for all kinds of things that don't make a lot of sense. At least it didn't to me, whatever it did to the person who was jumping on me. But everywhere we turn around, there are things that happen in life that will at least tempt you to not act Christ-like. And so Paul says, hey, be on guard. Look for those things. Don't let them sneak up on you and whap you in the back of the head and you go, what was that? We live in a world where sin is profound. It prevails. And in a sinful world, sin happens. And you can't escape it. Now, maybe you can go up in the mountains and live like a hermit and be okay. But I even doubt that would actually work, because you carry sin with you wherever you go. And so does everybody else around you. And it's really easy to give in to the temptations that aren't godly. So he says, stand firm in the faith. Be prepared to take a stand for Jesus at any point in time for any reason. And then he goes on and he says, be courageous and be strong. As I said, Christianity isn't for wimps. It's hard to maintain a position of strength in the midst of a fight that looks like you're losing. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's look at the last part of the verse here. And do everything with love. Christians fight with love, not hatred, not vengeance, not power, not some way of demonstrating I am right and you are wrong. Christians fight with love, and love means being gracious to everybody, even those who are not gracious to you. Now, think about something that may have happened in the last month or the last couple years. Or if you're angry at God, you probably got lots of somethings. What would have happened if you have responded with love and compassion instead of the way you did? Would it have changed anything? Well, yes, but maybe not. It might not have changed the situation. It might not have changed the people around you who created the situation, but it would have changed you. You see, ultimately, you are responsible for you. Make all the excuses you want to. And I grant you, some people have had some really horrible lives. No doubt about it. And the things they put up with in the past were unbelievably bad. But even so, you can choose to respond in love. Now, I'm not suggesting that if you're one of those who was abused or raised in a toxic family or had horrible things happen to you, that none of that matters. Or that you can just forget about it on a whim or as fast as you can blink your eyes. But I am suggesting you can choose another path. And that's what Paul's talking about here. He says, be on guard, stand firm, and be courageous and be strong. And how do you do that? You do it by doing everything with love. You know, the golden rule really does make sense. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. What do you think about it? If you have a need or a concern, let us know. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can to help meet your need. Thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with another idea. God bless you and take care. I'll talk to you again.